I failed as a freelancer or an entrepreneur, and I had to go back to work. What's up, you guys? My name is Sharon Marta, and I help entrepreneurial women with design tips and tricks to help with their branding, being consistent so that they can focus on their business and still have an awesome looking brand. Today, I am in a nice environment, so I'm taking advantage of the beautiful environment and bringing to you guys something that has really changed how I work. I had to go back to work, but even though that seems like going backwards in your entrepreneurial journey, it actually was a good thing. I'm going to tell you what I learned from that experience and how going back to work can actually help you as you are trying to start your business or build your business. So the first thing that I really noticed when going back to work was that my work habits were really bad when I worked from home. As you can imagine, I was highly distracted with children, chores, and Facebook and Instagram and all those kinds of things. So when I actually got a job, a lot of those things had to change. You obviously have to be accountable for your time, and you need to be working all of your hours that you're there and not messing around or getting distracted. So one of the things that I really appreciate about going back to work was I developed good habits, and some of those habits were writing down my daily to-do list. I had so many people requesting things of me throughout the day. I put a notebook next to me where I wrote everything down that someone requested of me, and then I could go back and make sure when I had a chance, if I had time and if I had done those things. I got into a habit of scheduling the social media posts for the week. That was something that was part of my job, was social media, and I had people holding me accountable to it. So that was something that I got into a habit of doing and actually became quite fun. The second thing I really learned about going back to work was that getting in a different setting and a different environment was huge. I wasn't distracted with being at home. I was in a new environment, and it really helped me focus. I was at a new computer, a new desk, and just did not have the distraction of home around me, and so it was really helpful for me to focus and really work hard and concentrate. So I think getting in a new environment, even if it's going to Starbucks or getting one of those work locations so that you can rent out a booth for a while and work in a different location, it really helps focus your brain. The third thing that I really appreciated about going back to work was I was forced to take a break. Obviously, you get a lunch break every day, and so I'd never had to take a break before, and because I didn't want to be sitting at a desk, because that's what my job was sitting at a desk all day long, I wanted to get outside and do something active. So I started getting into the habit of running on my lunch break. I ended up listening to podcasts while I was running. It was something I looked forward to every single day. I was so excited to listen to a new podcast, and I was running in a place that I had not usually run in before, so it was a new environment, and actually I got to run next to a beautiful lake and a beautiful area, so I really liked the scenery. So that was fantastic. Now, I'm not going to say that I lost weight. Nope, I didn't lose weight, but getting outside and getting active just felt fabulous and really energized me, and I loved looking forward to my podcast time and just me time and just thinking time. Thinking time is so important. It's so important to not only take in information, but then we also need to process that information. Number 4 reason that I really appreciated going back to work was that it lit the fire in me to work harder on my home business. Now, I have 4 children and a husband, and my husband works a lot. And being able to work from home is huge because it has one, flexibility. I can take off when I want to, go to a kid's recital or take them to practice, or if a child is sick, I can stay home and be with them. That flexibility with children is really big. And that is something that is really big for me, and it really lit that fire that I want to get back to that. The other thing is when you have a boss over you, which I actually had a really nice boss and a really nice work environment, so it wasn't that I was in a bad working environment. It's just different when you have an entrepreneurial spirit and you want to work on your own passions and your own business, and you have all these ideas in your head that it's really hard to work on someone else's dream and working on their business when you have a business that you want to work on at home. So what my takeaway is that even if you have to go back to work, even after you started trying to be your own boss and entrepreneurial boss, do not feel like you have failed or like you are going backwards. You can learn from all these experiences. It is a journey, and I feel like every part of our journey in this entrepreneurial world is going to benefit you in the long run. So take advantage of every situation that you end up in. I like to look at things in a positive way and what can I learn from this, and not as, oh, I failed as a freelancer or an entrepreneur and I had to go back to work. You did not fail. Believe me, you are still helping with bringing in income into your family, and that's important. Make sure you can pay your bills. That's something that we had to do. Love you guys, and I hope this was helpful. Please let me know, are you someone that has had to go back to work after starting your own business?